away here from the Palau Blaugrana in what could be the last 20 minutes of Barcelona's EuroLeague season. Or they force a Game 4 Friday night. Kobo steps back from three, the lefty. Smoother than silk right there. That was so pretty. Great rotation, great arc, and straight through the nylon. Kevin Punter now hasn't been able to get going yet. 0 points. He's going to want to get a look at the basket sooner than Hernan Gomez going one-on-one down low. Willie Hernan Gomez taking advantage of Zeiss down low with a couple fouls and going right at him, and another two for the big man down low. Kobo, Lossingen. That's a lost ball. Kevin Punter might get himself on the board, and he does right there. Kevin Punter with his first two of the game on a turnover between James and Zeiss. Up top now it's Diallo says, let me get this thing. Get going. 4 steals, team steals for Barca as they continue to put the pressure on defensively. James trying to get away from Punter. Lossingen from deep. Lossingen can't get that one to fall. And here comes Sandorowski on the Vic. Right up before Jabari Parker pulls up from 3. And I don't know, you had Kevin Punter who just scored in the corner. Parker might have wanted to give that up to his teammate. James now is going to pull Hernan Gomez out. Hernan Gomez trying to put the pressure on, knowing he's got help. Justin Anderson does not help at all. He's seen enough threes. And another pull-up in the middle of the lane. Kobo doing what he does best as he just continues. Parker down the middle, no foul called right there on the contact as Parker goes up strong. Not sure there was nothing called at all. Parker went up with that left hand. You see Dice right there in the middle of it all. Now one-on-one, Justin Anderson. Hernan Gomez doesn't mind that shot from the foul line. Zeiss with a good job of boxing out Parker. His 4th, 5th rebound. James, jump pass up top. Oh man, right down the sideline. Alpha Diallo going to the basket strong. Mike James with his 8th assist. Diallo throwing it down on the baseline. And Barcelona's momentum defensively and physicality has slowed a little bit. Back in Hernan Gomez. He kicks out the Punter. Well closed out by Diallo. And it's a tough shot again. Good long rebound. Punter steps back, looks, finds a 3, but can't get it to fall. And Barca is taking to the basket earlier, looking for those 3. This time, a little bit quickly shoot. Jabari Parker and the rest of the crew. Zeiss from deep, and he knocks down the 3. And now the momentum changes, and Monaco gets out to a quick run. 10-4 here. Start these first 3.5 minutes. Sandorowski looking for something to the hoop. Stops. High floater. Can't get a foul. Hernan Gomez with the rebound. That's going to be a foul on Zeiss down low. That's going to be number 3 on him. Hernan Gomez causing havoc under the boards. You see him continue to go to the boards as the two of them fight for it. Well done by Hernan Gomez. Sandorowski disappointed that he couldn't get that one to fall, and his team's only up 6 right now. Biggest lead was 15 by Barca, having trouble getting it in. Jabari Parker post up, fades away. 3 tough shots by Parker, and Willie Hernan Gomez taps that. They're going to say no basket. The referees are going to talk about this. I'm not sure that ball was going to make it to the rim when Hernan Gomez touches it. It's been an interesting call. This is something you don't see very often. They call it offensive interference, so no basket. Hernan Gomez. I think Peñarroya is going to have to ask at least for a challenge. I don't understand understand why the continued discussion between the official and Peñarroya. He's shown the sign 3 or 4 times that he wanted to see it, make sure the officials saw it. I think it's a good call by the officials. That ball looked like it was going to be short, but it was right around the rim. Let's take a good look at it. Given that look, like, why are you wasting my time? I knew it was a basket, but again, remember, the call was no basket, so Peñarroya shouldn't be concerned about his time being wasted. The thing he needs to be concerned about is that the basket was good, and his team has an 8-point lead now. Diallo with his 16 points, 4 for 4 from deep, bringing the ball up to James. James and Tice. Off to Kobo. Kobo with the right hand kicks it out. He's got a wide open blocking game from deep. That's short. And here comes Punter with the rebound. He had Jabari Parker running the break. Couldn't find him. Justin Anderson blows by. Mike James with a fake and a beautiful penetration to the hoop. And Justin Anderson finishing off with a strong layup at the bucket. James calling out one more time to Tice. Tice cutting down the middle. Hernan Gomez comes over. Nice move with the left hand by the big boy as he cuts down the middle. James bringing him back on the pick and roll, finding the mismatch. Sandorowski now slips the pick. Punter, they're doing a great job of defending Punter. Man, you took Alpha Diallo, 16 points, 4 for 4 from 3, 2 for 3 from 2. A rebound, that's his 3rd foul right there, but look at him trying to smack defense down on Kevin Punter. Now you know he's got 3. If you're KP, you got to go at him. They switch up, and the Kobo ends up on Punter. Punter sticks it from 3, and it's nothing but nets. Kevin Punter pulls up. I knew it was coming sooner or later. KP's going to start feeling it now after watching that one go through the net. Gives his team 11-point lead. James trying to take him to the hoop. Well defended by Kevin Punter. Kobo, bounce pass inside. Justin Anderson and the rest of the blue shirts all over the rock inside, just like they did in the second quarter. 6 to go on the shot clock. Sometimes, but man, 9 points. We just got knocked down to 10 assists on my scoreboard. Does that mean he's at 1,499? Or does that mean he was at 1,500 on his 10th assist? I saw 11 here a second ago. We'll have to check that just to make it official. James off the pick. Well, he doesn't really worry about assists when you can do that. Mike James getting dirty off the out-of-bounds play. Parker, 3 from the corner. Jabari Parker. Mike James one more time, long on the 3. Now he's got another look. You don't want to give Mike James too many looks. He might have a career milestone of 1,500 assists, but we know he's the all-time leading scorer. And when you give him the rock, he can turn games around. It's an 8-point game now. All kinds of time left here in the 3rd. Substitution, and Sandorowski goes to the bench. Fall back into the game. Punter having trouble at half court. He got bailed out on a foul call right there. Almost turned that ball over. Jordan Lloyd put a little bit of pressure on him in the front court. Called for the foul. That's his 2nd. James on double-double. 15 points, 10 assists. He's hit 2 threes in a row in the last couple possessions. Parker had a wide open cut down the lane. Punter couldn't find him. Instead, he kicks it out to Brizuela. Down the middle of the lane, Brizuela with a soft lay-in off the glass. No help defensively. Nice pick in the middle by Fall. And that gives Brizuela a wide open look at a soft rolling layup. back to double-figure lead. 10 points, 15 has been the highest for Barcelona so far. James one more time. He's wide open. He's going to pull up all day long. Mike James, that's 9 points so far here in this third quarter. Making 3 out of 4 threes so far in the third quarter for Mike James. Someone has to get on him if Barcelona wants to force a game 4. Punter, is it his turn? He can't find a fall. Instead of going to the corner to Justin Anderson, he decides to lay it up easily. Keeps his feet straight, no travel. Here's James one more time. You got to be conscious of him. Fall can't get out on him. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike James can take over a game in so many ways, and he showed it to you in the first quarter, and now he's showing it to you in the third quarter. Mike James, 20 points, 10 assists. Told me before he was going to hadn't put his cape on yet. I think he's got it on right now. Punter trying to put his on. Over the top. Soft touch, gets the roll. Punter up top, over the top of the backboard almost as it falls down. Justin Anderson walking the ball down the court. Joel Parra is about to check into the game as Peñarroya decides to go small, takes foul out, and puts Joel Parra in. So you got your two big men in the game for Barcelona now are Javari Park and Joel Parra, two guys that can still stick the three. It's quite a small lineup also for Monaco. Just Mamzatai in the game, in the paint. There's a baseline cut, a soft touch, but nothing happening. Dario Brizuela running down, set himself up in the corner. Kevin Punter from the top of the key. KP can't get it to fall. That's his shot. Him and James just gonna go back and forth now. And Brizuela with the foul on the reception. That's the first team foul. Well done by Dario Brizuela. First team foul for Barca. Not letting James get another look. Is shaking his head as he comes to the bench and gets a little bit of a rest. That is 11 points in that quarter for Mike James. With 2 minutes to go here before we start the fourth. Kobo up top, inside now. Spin move, soft touch off the glass. Game with another beautiful move down low, using his body and his strength. 7-point game. Brizuela has an offensive foul. It's a good call by the officials. Players don't like that call, but it's the call that needs to be made. You're gonna see Brizuela go. He already got away with one push with the left, and then the second one up around the throat area. And that's a foul on Dario Brizuela as he goes to the bench. And Abrinas with a couple big threes in that second quarter. It's Brizuela's fourth foul. So that's a big one for Barcelona with 1:42 to go here in the third. He was a big part of that run in the second quarter. Kobo, beautiful pass inside, and another missed dunk by Mamzatai. And Barca on the break. We haven't seen Hernan Gomez here in a while. Parra cutting down the middle of the lane. Sandorovski decides to set things up. 10 on the shot clock. Punter. He wants to take Strazel back to the corner. Can't net the three to fall. Kobo with a great hustle play at the baseline. Get into the hands of Jordan Lloyd. Getting the ball back now. Blossomgame with an attack. Untie this time. Goes up, instead of trying to throw it down, he decides to go into soft touch and gets the two. Blossomgame with another assist. 5-point game. Punter 1 for 4 from 3. Decides to go to the basket. That's going to be an offensive foul on KP. Well done by Blossomgame. It's the little things that he's been doing throughout this game. Jerome Blossomgame. Watch him hold his ground. Hands right where you need to be as he takes the foul. And now Barca getting a little bit nervous. See it on the faces of the guys on the bench. 5-point lead, 36 seconds to go. Each team has a foul to give. Let's see if Barca wants to give up that foul. Instead, they're going to get a turnover. And with 24.8 to go, they can run this clock out and get the last shot. At least go into this fourth quarter, the 5-point lead. Sandorowski trying to slow things down a little bit. Sometimes you want to give it up and then go get it back. That's what he does with Abrinas. As they get into the play now with 10 to go. Barta slips to the corner. Almost a travel on Abrinas. Jabari Parker is going to look for a place to pull up. Parker. Are you kidding me? Jabari Parker took 3 difficult, bad shots throughout that third quarter. That was not the best shot to take right there, but he had no other choice but to take it. Stops, fades away over the top of Blasingame, and knocks down to 3 to finish the third quarter. And that could be a momentum builder. It is now an 8-point lead. FC Barcelona 74. AS Monaco 66 here at the end of 30. Try to get this back up into a double-digit lead one more time. Up 8. Sandorowski up top. Punter getting the rest. Abrinas was hit a couple big threes early on in the game. Joel Barta looking for something to do with it. Gets it back to Sandorowski at 5 on the clock. Barta, catch, shoot, basket. Joel Barta from 3 makes it an 11-point game for Barcelona with a nice offensive set right there, taking 20 seconds off the clock. You're getting a wide open look. Strassel up top. Kobo trying to get to the hoop. Sandorowski or Abrinas does a good job of pushing him out. Again, nice job of chesting up Abrinas on a Kobo. Not poorly done by Abrinas. That's the way you want to be in the fourth quarter. You got to be physical. Get you guys in. Get your chest in the players. See Joel Barta catch and shoot. Willie Hernan Gomez and the young boys enjoying it. Down the middle of the lane. Manjita with the basket, going to the basket, getting fouled. Definitely better off sending him to the foul line. Although he has missed 2 dunks tonight. You see Jabari Parker getting in the way. Justin Anderson floating in also. Remember, Brizuela sitting out with 4 fouls. Zatai missed his 2 free throws earlier in the game. 44% free throw shooter on the season. So if you're Barcelona, that's the guy that you want to send to the line every time he touches the ball if you need a foul. 2 fouls for Barca, none for Monaco so far. That's it. Spanula's thinking about it. You have the aggressiveness. He's not playing as good as he did in game 2. 5 points, only a rebound. Not sure if it's worth it having him in the game, knowing that it's going to be physical here throughout the fourth quarter. So you have your 44% free throw shooter in the game. You'll be sure to know that they're going to send him to the line every time he gets near the basket. Remember that 90-point mark we talked about? Barcelona 11-1. If they hold visiting teams under 90. Knocks down the second one. That's a big free throw. It's a 10-point deficit for Monaco. A lot of time to go. Barca has to keep their composure, get good solid looks. Strassel making life miserable for Sandorowski. Sandorowski cross-court pass to Justin Anderson. Anderson tried to pull up. Anderson using the physicality, but well done by Jordan Lloyd on the defensive side, pushing him out of bounds and forcing a very difficult shot for Justin Anderson. A little bit rushed offensively that time, as Sandorowski had the ball in his hand for about 15 to 18 seconds of that shot clock. Monaco looking to make a run. Down the middle to tie it one more time. That's going to be an offensive foul. That is just very smart basketball by Alex Abrinas. The big man has been cutting down the lane consistently, getting looks at the basket. This time he wants to distribute it to the corner. And watch Abrinas hold the spot, come over, and perfectly done outside the semicircle. Those are the plays that win basketball games, my people. Beautifully done. As Mamjatai cuts down the middle of the lane, wide open look at the basket. Abrinas shuts it down. Now Santoroski tries to get to the lane quickly. Soft touch off the glass. No one expecting that. Spanoulis runs to the bench and gets Daniel Theis off the bench. He's not happy with Jatai right now, as he's going to pull him out of the game probably. Here comes Akobo. Pick and roll up top. Hernan Gomez back into the game. See if he can bring that same intensity. Way too easy for Elie Akobo to get to the hoop right there. Santoroski decides to let Justin Anderson bring it up this time. A different set for Barcelona. Coming off a flex cut, Abrinas is going to choose whether he wants to go baseline or up top. He goes up top. Can't find the three as James covers him perfectly, but it's Santoroski popping to the corner. Lucky not to step out of bounds. Got pushed. No foul called. Strassel does a good job defending. No foul called. And Joel Barta commits the foul at half court. That's the third team foul, as Barcelona maintains his 10-point lead. And there's Mamjatai going to the bench. Daniel Theis checking back in. And the ball's taken out of bounds when Barcelona wasn't even ready. And a three-pointer is stuck by Elie Akobo from the corner for his 13th point to make this a 7-point game. Strassel's just driving Santoroski crazy. Wide open in the corner was Justin Anderson, but James gets his foot on it. You see Akobo, no one's really ready for that out-of-bounds play. Now Justin Anderson to the bench. Kevin Punter checking back in. This is the moment they need Punter more than ever. 1 for 4 from outside the arc. Only 7 points on the night. Santoroski in there. Hernan Gomez. And Hernan Gomez, ooh, man. Hernan Gomez might have got a break right there as they call a foul on Diallo coming over from the other side. I thought Diallo caught it perfectly. He thinks the same thing. But it's going to send Hernan Gomez to the line, and that's the 4th foul on Diallo, which is a big moment for Barcelona. 16 points for him, 4 for 4 from outside the arc. And Willie knocks down number 1. No, for Diallo, cheered for whatever. That was good-looking defensive play. I'm not really sure if he got him on the arm or not on the cut. But nonetheless, it's 2 points for Hernan Gomez. Spanoulis still pleading his case that there was no foul there. James can't get him an open look at the 3. Theis goes down with the physicality from Hernan Gomez. And there you go, diving on the floor. Look at Barcelona going after the ball. Barta needed to get down on the floor for that one with 1 second left. Now you got to break if you're Barta. You got to be careful. Interesting set of plays right here. Barta, I thought would go down on the floor. And they're going to see if he might get 3 shots out of this. They want to look at it, see what happens here. Barta turns around. He looked away as if he wanted to pass it, then threw it towards the basket. I'd be surprised if he gets 3 shots out of this play, whether they look at it or not. But it's a huge play with 6:46 to go, up 9. I want to go back and see the whole sequence of play there because, again, I think it was Abrinas getting down on the floor one more time and knocking that ball away. Barta chasing it down. And now a technical foul on Barcelona's bench, which will give Monaco a free throw. It's not going to take coming off. 6:46 still to go. There's a ton of time left in this contest. Jan Vesely checking in. Got to be proud of the work that Willie Hernangomez is doing tonight. So one free throw on the tech. Kevin Punter trying to get it in. He does to Parra. And now Barca needs to settle down after the tech. Abrinas to the basket. Fakes off to Hernangomez. Left hand using the body and flexing at the same time. Willie Hernangomez stepping up tonight in place of Jan Vesely. Double-digit lead for Barca, 10 points. Mike James, you got to start sending people after him. Hernangomez has got to come out. Well done there. And now don't forget about him. Three-pointer by Elliot Kobo. The smooth lefty. 17 for Kobo to go with 3 assists. Brizuela with 4 fouls to the basket. And that's going to have to be a basket. That would look like goaltending to me as Tice picks it up right over the top of the rim. Just seems like it hung out there too long. They're going to want to take a look at this also. This is playoff basketball. Again, this is a close moment. So high. Look at it. There's so much controversy with officials and call because of the position of that ball. And the moment when Tice got contact with it. And we're back at it here. 9-point lead. James. He's been quiet since that 11-point burst in the third quarter. Abrinas with the foul there. That's 4 on Alex Abrinas. 14 minutes of play. And there's a foul on Punter. So this is going to send Monaco to the line as Barcelona's in the penalty now. And Monaco will go to the line every foul. 3 players with 4 fouls. Punter, Brizuela, and Abrinas. Your 3 outside players. All 3 playing with 4 fouls. Diallo on the other side, the only player from Monaco with 4. And Elliot Kobo just continues to keep his team in this game. 2 smooth free throws for Kobo. That's a 7-point lead for Barca. Abrinas. A lot of physicality going. You got a double foul between Zeiss and Hernangomez right here. Both of them going at it. Question is, did they call that a double foul? If they did, it's going to be 4 on Zeiss. As they're just going back and forth at it. And there's almost an errant pass in the bottom. There's a well done to keep control of that. Punter. Well defended to the basket. Punter with the floater, but that's short. Rebound picked up by Tyson. Here comes Monaco. Yeah, Daniel Tice got called for his 4th foul on that one. Up top, Tice tries to throw it down. And what was called right there? An undercut by Joel Barta on the alley-oop dunk attempt by Tice as he goes up. Oh, man. It's a difficult call right there as Barta just went up to try to defend that play. Didn't look like he had much contact. Tice will go to the line for 2. That's 6 points for him, 6 rebounds. Remember, he is on 4 fouls. But the bottom line here is the points on the board. It's a 6-point game now. Barca slowed down offensively. Only 11 points so far in these 5 minutes of play. It's playoff intensity, man. It's not only playoff intensity for the players, but it is for the officials also. We have 5 players in the game on 4 fouls. Got 1, 2, 3, 4 of them in. They're all in the game. No, Brizuela's the only one not in the game. Sitting on 4 fouls. They will not let punters see the rock. Trying to go into Joel Parda now, as Sandorowski does. Over the top of Akobo. Well defended by Akobo. Hernan Gomez taps it to himself. No foul called. And puts it in with the left hand as Hernan Gomez continues to dominate the boards. Barca now. Akobo to the corner, wide open. Strassel pays it up. That's going to be an offensive foul. Sandorowski jumps up, looking at the crowd, getting everybody pumped up. That's well done as he comes in, shuts down perfectly. That's a great defensive play by Thomas Sandorowski. Those are plays that win games that don't show up in the stat sheet. And remember now, those on the offensive side, stepping up. He's got a season high against Paris of 23 points in Paris. And he'd like nothing better than to beat that tonight. The most important game of the season. Jabari Parker, tough shot for him as he fades away. Zeiss does a great job this time of boxing out Hernan Gomez. And there's the dish from Mike James. Right down the middle of the lane. You're going to see this. If we watch this play from the beginning, Hernan Gomez gets boxed out perfectly, and Tice uses his body to run the floor, and James finds him as Hernan Gomez can't get back in time. You see Hernan Gomez trailing the play, hoping that Parker or Sandorowski would have picked up Tice, and nobody does, and Tice gets a wide open look at the basket with a foul. Big possession right there. As Monaco continues to try and close this thing out tonight. Hernan Gomez with another rebound off the Tice miss. 6-point game, 4 minutes to go. Sandorowski and Strassel just continues to play defense. He's such a pest out there. Punter looking for his one. And that's going to be 3 shots for Kevin Punter as Mike James gets him on the arm with a foul. So one way or the other, Punter's going to want to get his points. And he can convert all 3. Remember, Punter's sitting on 4 fouls. He's a 93% free throw shooter on the season. So not the guy you want to put on the line. But you have to defend that wide open look from the 3-point line. Punter with an opportunity to make it a 9-point game. Boy, Hernan Gomez having himself a night, about to go double-double if he gets another rebound. Those 6 offensive rebounds, 30 PIR for the big man. And a night that they needed him more than ever with Vesely not being able to suit up tonight. Back to 9 points. James, well done by Hernan Gomez to get out. Zeiss up top, out to Strassel. Another fake, stops, pops, and drops. Matthew Strassel with a beautiful move on the baseline. Remember, he had picked up an offensive foul the last time he made that fake and go, and this time no one was there. Parda, Mike James down low. He's got advantage over the top. Joel Parda with a soft touch and a left-handed jump hook. And with 3:11 to go, it's back to 9 points. Well done. Great response by Barcelona right there. After the basket by Strassel on the side. On the other side, Daniel Theis and Alpha Diallo also on 4 fouls for Monaco. 3 minutes to go in the contest. Mike James, since those 11 points, has been quiet. Theis over the top of Jabari Parker. That's just a well-set play, and we have another timeout. This time Barcelona wants to talk it over as James and Theis operate in the middle of the difficult team to stop offensively, because everybody can score double figures at any time. But right now, Barcelona with the 7-point lead needs someone to step up here. And there's a foul up top, and that's going to send your best free throw shooter on the team to the line. As Kevin Punter wants points, doesn't look like they're going to hold them under 90 points tonight, which means they're going to have to score and continue to score if they want to play again Friday night. Punter struggling from the field, 3 for 9 for the night, but he's 4 for 4 from the line. Make that 5 for 5. Hernan Gomez and Daniel Theis is going at it down low. So 2:40 to go, 9-point game. If you're Barcelona, you need to stop and a score to really open this up. James, well defended by Hernan Gomez, who continues to pressure him up top. Baseline cut. Punter with a great steal. Can he find Jabari Parker all alone? Parker with the left hand and a slam over the top of Mike James. And that's great defense turned into quick offense. Punter getting it out, finding Jabari Parker, goes with the left and throws it down. You had 2 Barcelona players following the play, Hernan Gomez and Joel. 2:24 to go, 11-point game. Jabari Parker with the fast break dunk off a great steal by Kevin Punter on the baseline. Far from over, my people. 2:20 to go. I talked about Monaco's ability to score. Gobo, who's had an incredible night, trying to shake down Santoroski, playing some defense. Down to 10, steps back, the lefty. Can't get that one to fall. Tipped out of bounds by Jabari Parker. Him and Hernan Gomez both had it in their hand and knocked it out. Little communication there would have helped. See Hernan Gomez and Parker. Hernan Gomez all over the place. Lets James go by him, though. Made a mistake right there, and somehow or another, James misses the easy layup. A Blossom game is there for the tap in. And now trying to get the ball into the hands of their players. Jabari Parker, I said in the 3rd quarter, took some bad shots. Right now, you got to start thinking about taking time off the clock. Santoroski, he's got Parker down low at Strassel. Nice fake. And there's a foul. I believe that was on Strassel right there, as Parker faked the pass and goes up and catches it on the arm. So Parker now will go to the line. Took time off the clock, picked up the foul. If that's on Theis, that's his 5th. So who do they call that on? Because Jabari Parker, 83% from the free throw line on the season. Theis with his 5th foul, so he goes to the bench. And Parker misses a big one right there. Parker with 2 big misses, and why not? Willie Hernan Gomez comes in to save the day. Parker wants those 2 back, and he gets it on the flush. Jabari Parker, but that's not the play that was important. The play that was important was Willie Hernan Gomez going after the loose ball rebound on the missed free throw. Parker missed both free throws, down a double team up top. Look at Barcelona extending the pressure. Monaco taking all the time off the clock, can't convert. Barca with the rebound. This might be the end, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, but they turn it over. Out on Monaco, though. Barcelona, as we talked about that 90-point threshold, they're 0-5 on the season at home, and they give up 90 points. Paris team, even though they had to do it in overtime, they got it done. Punter off the pick, set play for Kevin Punter, in and out. Parker with the rebound. You want to take it out, waste of time. There you go if you're Barcelona. Take that 14 seconds. Punter one more time. Pulls up again for another 3. James now running the break. All the way down the middle. He misses the layup. Strassel gets the rebound. He misses the layup. Mamzata with it put back. Too late for Monaco. Down 9. Punter. Bring the ball up over the court. Stop. Floater. Kevin Punter. Kevin Punter's already thinking about game 4. That's the reason why he's getting these points now. As they hit the century mark. 100 on the board. And once again, they hold the other team to under 90 points, which makes them 12-1 at home. When they hold a team under 90 points. Big shout out to Willie Hernan Gomez, who put